Hello Bulldogs, this is Kyle Carlson.
And I'm Margaret Maurer.
Welcome to your BNN News Show. This week we'll be showing you more on the class officer elections,
PSAT Preparation,
the CNHS social media account,
Style Chain Club, all this and more on your Bulldog News Network.
The 2019-2020 class officer elections are currently underway. Students have been voting for their class candidates all week, and voting will run until Tuesday, September 17th. BNN sat down with a couple candidates to learn more.
BNN sat down with junior class president candidate Max Wilson and sophomore class president candidate Ella Ferber.
I wanted to run for the president position because when I was a freshman, my sister did hit her all 4 years of high school, and she told me how much she enjoyed it, and I felt like I could fit into the role pretty well, and that's mainly why I did it. So I'll persuade my fellow students to vote for me by standing up each of my classes and asking them to vote for me, and then I'll have a link for them if they'd like to vote, and I've put it on my social medias, and I just continue to ask friends and people I don't know. I introduce myself and talk to them about what I'm gonna be doing, and hoping they'll vote for me.
I chose to run for class president because I felt like I had a lot of ideas that I could offer to the school and many ways that I can make this year a good year for the sophomore class. I am pretty confident that I can win. I have some strong competitors who are also really good candidates, but I feel pretty good about this year.
This is Deshaun Austin reporting for BNN.
The PSAT is fast approaching, and some students are already preparing for the annual test. The test is open mainly to sophomores and juniors, but freshmen are also allowed to take it. Here's Braden Taylor to tell you more.
BNN sat down with David Lopez, Neil Likens, and Colin Intro to talk about the upcoming PSAT.
No, not yet, but I'm trying to prepare once the time gets closer for the PSAT.
I realized a couple weeks ago that we had it.
I usually don't get really nervous about tests, but this one's making me a little bit nervous, so I actually study pretty hard and I look forward to taking it, so I'm going to spend a lot of time practicing.
Yes, it will, because it gives me an idea of what the SAT will look like.
Well, I'm going to take it. I'm going to try and do really well on it, so I'm trying my best.
I feel like it's a good idea because then you are prepared for what the SAT will show you.
It's just any other test, you just go take it and do your best.
This is Braden Taylor reporting for BNN.
The CNHS media Instagram account has been a lot more active this year due to new leadership and ideas for the account. The account features polls, upcoming events, and much more. BNN spoke with a social media producer to learn more.
On September 9th, BNN sat down with the team members of CNHS Media and discussed about their progress throughout the years. Here's what they had to say.
I'm Carla Perez, and I am one of the social media coordinators for CNHS Media. CNHS Media has improved throughout the years because we've learned what our followers want to see and how to adapt to that, and we've made sure to get more interesting content so that our followers want to continue following us.
Then we also discussed about the obstacles the team goes through.
I would say some obstacles that we've had to go through is figuring out what we want to cover and what we don't want to cover, because we have to be present at the events that we want to cover. So it's just a struggle of figuring out in our schedules who wants to go to which event and what way to cover it, whether it's through designs and animations or through pictures. We find our topics for the Instagram by mainly looking at the event link and seeing what school events are happening, and it's usually sports events, or we also cover just things that are going on during the school day. So maybe if a chemistry class is doing a cool experiment one day, we'll go and cover that. So.
This is Brian Rodriguez reporting for BNN.
A new club has begun at CNHS and is open to any students that enjoy making jewelry. The club makes a variety of different items. Ashley Milne sat down with club sponsor Tanya Cruiser to learn more.
BNN spoke to jewelry and glass teacher Mrs. Cruiser to learn more about the style chain.
The style chain started 3 years ago. We're going into our third year. We had a group of students then who just really liked making jewelry and wanted to be able to do it more. So we started this kind of in an effort to be able to bring the jewelry to the community. So we sell it online, and our goal this year is to set up more like at public events. So some of the projects that we've done, in addition to just jewelry, we're kind of implementing more fashion. So we've been screen printing our own shirts, and we're selling them for different organizations. So we have some inspirational quote shirts that you would buy, and then 50% of the profits go to the Bulldog Pantry. Here in about a week, we're going to launch some shirts that we'll sell for the Humane Society as well, so that they can raise money for them. Anyone is able to join the club. They can be freshmen through seniors, and it doesn't matter if they're in one of my jewelry classes or not. We have a website. It's www.thestylechain.com, and that's also where we sell the items as well.
The Style Chain hosted their call-out meeting September 12th. To learn more, you can visit their website or follow their Instagram at The Style Chain. This is Ashley Milne reporting for BNN.
That's it for today, Bulldogs. This is Kyle Carlson.
And I'm Margaret Maurer. Have a great weekend.